Hi, my name is Julianna. The first event I ever went to for Empower, which was Empower Her at the time, was in October of 2021. Ever since then, I have gone to many more events. Through those events, I have met many more girls like me, and I've heard so many more of their stories. I lost my mom, Donna, to suicide in 2019 during the start of COVID, which was really hard because we had to stay inside and, we all had to lose connections and it was really hard. So when COVID was finally coming to an end, my stepmom, Andrea, who kind of fell into the role of mom, told me about Empower Her from one of her friend's kids who lost her mom. I was very nervous, but I was really excited to find people that were like me. A little while later, I asked about the mentor program and I was introduced to Barbara. We had a ton of common interests and we both shared our love for coffee and pickles. Barbara and I continued going to Empower Her events together, as well as meeting up at least once a month for getting coffee, hiking, ice skating, going to museums, and talking about my latest crushes. Whether we had 2 other teens or 10, we always made the best of what we had planned. A few of my favorite events were strawberry picking, dessert charcuterie boards, and going to the park to paint rocks and do yoga. Empower has given me such a great support system and amazing connections along the way. As you know, my name is Barbara, and I like coffee and pickles. All right.
So my mom's name is Beverly. She died from breast cancer when I was 9. I chose to say my mom's name is because even though she isn't physically with me, I will always be her daughter. So how did I become connected to Empower? So I wish I had a more glamorous story to tell you, but truthfully, I was lying in bed one morning, hitting the snooze button, but being very productive, scrolling through social media. And I came across a post about Luminaria. This led me to what was at the time the Empower Her page and website. What I saw just blew my mind. For years, I had wondered how things might have been different, perhaps easier for me and my brothers, had we had access to people who had also experienced losing a parent. For perspective, here are some of the thoughts that I had internalized for years after losing my mom. I'm alone. There is no one who understands what I'm going through. I'm not normal. I'll never fit in. The pain of losing her is never going to end. I don't know how to relate to girls my own age. Should I not tell people she died to avoid making them feel uncomfortable? Why do I sometimes feel ashamed or embarrassed when I have to tell someone I lost my mom? What if I forget things about her that I want to remember? I thought I was getting over it, and then the sadness just hit me out of nowhere. Mother's Day is the worst. Please don't treat me differently just because my mom died, and I'm a lot tougher than you might think. Maybe some of those will resonate with you. Maybe you carry some of your own. Finding language to talk about our experiences and having the permission and space to talk about them is critical. For years, I didn't have the vocabulary to talk about the impact of my mom's death. I felt isolated and I didn't know why. Through organizations like Empower and connecting to people with early parent loss, I've gradually learned to become more comfortable talking about it. Loss and grief are hard things for anyone to talk about, but we're never going to get better at it unless we all start practicing and normalize having these conversations. Empower provides a community that can witness grief in a safe space and mentorship that shows you can continue to live and grow after loss. In meeting the young people in this program, I am so encouraged and amazed at how articulate and brave they are at sharing their stories and talking about emotions and mental health. We're all learning together about how to better communicate our experiences of parent loss and growing with grief. Side note, I say that with the caveat, I'm feeling a slight generation gap right now, so sometimes I have no idea what some of these new acronyms and phrases mean that are circulated, so Julianna does have to translate for me from time to time. As a mentor, it has truly been a privilege getting to know Julianna. She's an incredible and insightful person with a creative mind and a big heart. Obviously, a good sense of humor for putting up with me. I've learned a tremendous amount from her, and it's been so much fun getting to hang out, drink our coffees, and talk about what brings joy and meaning into our lives. So Julianna, can you please join me? So earlier I'd mentioned some of those thoughts that I had internalized for years growing up. With Julianna's help, I'd like to offer a different perspective on some of those thoughts. I have a community of people who get me and understand my experiences.
I am valued. I am my own person.
The pain will change over time.
I have my family and a community of people who support me. I am not alone.
I am content with telling people my mom died. If they're uncomfortable, it's not for me to fix.
I can ask for help when I am feeling overwhelmed.
There is no timeline for grief, and it can show up when I least expect it.
I will be kind to myself and give myself the space to process my feelings.
I can talk about my mom, share stories and memories, and find ways to remember her. It doesn't matter how much time has gone by, she'll always live in my heart.
Together, we can do hard things
And empower each other to do remarkable things. Thank you.